Shalom everyone, this is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and welcome to the Daily Drash. Today's Daily Drash is taken from Proverbs chapter 12, verse 23, and I'm going to be reading from God's Word translation. King Solomon says in this proverb, "A sensible person discreetly hides knowledge, but foolish minds preach stupidity." A sensible person discreetly hides knowledge. Well, we're not talking about lying here. We're not talking about being dishonest. We're just talking about withholding information, especially information that is really unnecessary, doesn't need to be known, and that if it was known, it would cause a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. It would be a hurtful fact that nobody really needs to know or understand. But a foolish mind preach stupidity, the second half of the verse says. So a foolish person says, well, I don't care. Truth is truth. I'm just going to blast them with the truth and, let the body count rise. They don't care. They don't care who they hurt with their words. A sensible person discreetly hides knowledge. Let me give you an example of this. And actually, God gives us an example of this. In Genesis chapter 18, we see that God has promised Abraham and Sarah a son. And it says in 18 verse 12, "And so Sarah laughed to herself, thinking, 'Now that I've become old, will I enjoy myself again? What is more, my husband is old.'" Now in the Hebrew, when it's saying that my husband is old, the implication is that he's impotent, that he can no longer produce children. Not only is she saying that she's past the age of childbearing, she's in menopause, but that her husband is no longer vibrant or sterile. And so it says in verse 13, "The Lord asked Abraham, 'Why did Sarah laugh and say, "Can I really have a child now that I'm old?'" Notice, God didn't reveal everything that Sarah said. He just told half of what Sarah had said. Why did Sarah laugh and say, "Can I really have a child now that I'm old?" God left out the part to Abraham where it says, "And what's more, my husband is old." Why? Because he knew that Abraham would lose face. He knew that Abraham's feelings would have been hurt. He would have kind of been emasculated, so to speak, and he would have been embarrassed. This would have caused maybe a strife or fighting or hurt feelings between husband and wife, between Abraham and Sarah. So this was information that Abraham really didn't have any business knowing. He didn't need to know. It would have been hurtful or harmful for him to know. So God left that part of the conversation out. Why did Sarah laugh and say, "Can I really have a child now that I'm old?" So did God lie? No, God didn't lie. He told the truth. He said what needed to be said. He just left out the part that would have hurt Abraham's feelings. What's more, my husband is old. What's more, my husband can no longer, give me a child. He's not able to. He's just as I'm past the age of childbearing, so is my husband. God left that part out. Then it goes on to verse 14. "Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will come back to you next year at this time, and Sarah will have a son." So even the rabbis and sages, they say that what God did was he did for the sake of peace. He omitted everything that Sarah said so as not to hurt Abraham's feelings or cause strife between husband and wife. Let's take that same example. As the Proverbs say, a sensible person discreetly hides knowledge, but foolish minds preach stupidity. So God gave us that example in that instance with Abraham and Sarah. And we want to be as godlike as we possibly can. We want to be conformed more into the image of God through his son, Messiah Yeshua. So let's not say things that are unnecessary or things that people don't need to know or things that will cause somebody hurt, harm, shame, or embarrassment. Let's learn when to say things and when not to say things. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shalom and Shavuot Tov. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. And don't forget to check out and subscribe to our social media accounts. On Instagram at AD_International, on Facebook at Abraham's Descendants International, on Twitter at ADINT Ministries, and on Blogger at Ray Bash's Ramblings. And don't forget to check out and bookmark our website, abrahamsdescendants.com. Shalom.